Welcome to Room for All, the podcast where we dive deep into the world of inclusive employment and explore the power of creating opportunities for people with disabilities. I'm Andrea Comastri, CEO and co-founder of Hotel Etico, Australia's first not-for-profit social enterprise hotel.
And I am Saraya O'Connell, General Manager of Hotel Etico. Together, we'll be your hosts as we talk about the importance of breaking down barriers in the workplace. We will have a particular focus on hospitality and other customer-facing roles, and how businesses can lead the charge toward inclusion.
At Hotel Etico, we believe that everyone deserves the fair chance to succeed. And we've made it our mission to not only provide jobs, but to build meaningful careers for people with disabilities. On this podcast, we will be sharing success stories, best practice, and inspiring conversations with industry leaders from the hospitality sector, the disability sector, other social enterprises, philanthropy, and of course, our own trainees, graduates, and staff.
Whether you're a business owner, an advocate for inclusion, or someone curious about the future of work, this podcast is for you.
So come and join us at Hotel Etico, or as we call it, the Hotel California for the Heart, a place where once you've checked in, your heart will never leave.
So let's get started and open the doors for all.
Amanda di Medici, founder of Yenom. Welcome. Welcome to Room for All. We're running this podcast with a little bit of a different format for the Social Enterprise Festival this year, but we're having loads of fun.
This has been really interesting. 15 minutes I feel like is not enough, but I think we should invite everybody.
Because we normally go too long, so this is going the other way, going
we like
too
to
short.
Talk a lot.
But it's a great introduction. So talking about introduction, Amanda, who is Amanda? Tell us in a few words who you are and what is Yenom?
What is Yenom? Well, Yenom is money backwards, which is asking people to reflect on their relationship with money. So it's all about understanding your own personal relationship with money, setting your own personal goals with money, and basically allowing people to thrive in whatever life they want. So we don't sell anything, we don't recommend anything, we don't tell you what your goals should be. It's all about the individual, and it's all about getting the individual to the place that they personally want to be.
So it's education.
It is education, and it's my personal belief and my personal experience that if we are not in control of our money, then our money is in control of us. And that removes an awful lot of choices and opportunities from our lives. So by being in control of your money, you are actively able to accept opportunities, to accept new pathways, and to actually thrive in your life, whatever that means to you. Not everybody wants to buy a house. Not everybody wants to buy a car. Some people want to live a hippie life off-grid, and that's perfectly fine. Let's just make sure you've got enough money to do it.
Right.
Yeah, and like it's setting up for after, right? Like it's, like the future.
Yes.
Something that was never really ingrained into me in school,
right.
I have to say.
Right.
It's only now in my 30s that I'm like, it's time to really...
You're pretty responsible as far as I know. Apart from clothes, you're pretty responsible.
Clothes are a big one, right? I'm awful with lip gloss.
Ah.
You know what? Makeup has made its way in, and skincare has made its way into my spending.
Well, there's also, the Lauder measurement, which came out of Estee Lauder.
Okay.
In times of depression and economic downturn, lipstick sales go through the roof.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
True.
it's because it can be like a $10 or $15 feel good. And if the lipstick case is heavier, then you feel even better.
That's true. I was in Chemist Warehouse where obviously there's always a sale on. I'm a big bargain hunter. I will not buy anything full price, to be fair. And I was like, you're not wrong. I never thought of that. But
So why, Amanda, why do you do what you do?
Because I just want people to thrive. I want people to be able to live the best life they possibly can. And look, it's my belief that comes down to how you manage your money.
But
and
where does it come from, your motivation? Like what
do you just love money?
How did you start
I
what
do.
you're doing?
Look, I think I just ran a workshop actually, and when I introduced myself, I said people assume that because I do what I do, I'm great with money. And let me tell you, I am awful with money, which is why I do what I do.
Fair.
Because I've lived a life of having money control me, not being able to go places I want to go, do things I want to do, take up opportunities I want because I was irresponsible with my money. it became clear to me very early on that if I wanted to thrive, I needed to get ahead of that.
Yes.
And because I'm so bad with money, I needed to examine my own daily habits and behaviours. I needed to examine my attitudes, and I needed to put some roadblocks up for myself.
Okay.
And one really good roadblock for me was to buy a property. Because it's an enforced level of saving and investment over, 10, 20, 30 years, whatever you want it to be. That's not everybody's objective, but it really worked for me.
That was my motivation.
So there needs to be an anchor somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And guaranteed equity.
Yeah.
Australian property market. It's ridiculous.
That's for sure.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So I bought my first place 30 years ago, and it has really served me well.
Yeah.
Day to day, I'm pretty good generally. But I do have tools that I go back to if I find myself getting to the end of the week and wondering where that money went and why there's not more in my bank account. I have a spending diary that I can go back to and go, oh, that's right, you blew, $30 on makeup, or...
But how good is makeup?
So,
I'm just saying.
okay.
And clothes and shoes
my
and
God, stop
handbags.
it. Yeah.
So you told us who
Shoes.
you are in a few words. You told her what money is, or Yenom is.
Why did you do
How-
that? Sorry. Why backwards?
Oh, I paid for branding. And the branding, the brief that I gave the
Spent
company...
money on branding.
I did. I spent a fortune on branding, but it's the best money I've ever spent because I said to the digital agency, your brief is, if I could say to anybody for the relationship with money, know thyself. Know yourself. Know how you treat money. Know how you act. Know what you do. And they came back and went, what about reflect? And what if we reflect this image so that it's Yenom? And I was like, oh, my God, you nailed
Very
it. Love
Very
it.
cool.
And all the imagery is mirror images, so it's all
nice.
reflections.
I love when branding people come.
too.
with
I
us
am
to
not
those
creative.
things.
Like, I'm not a creative
either.
person. So, he is our
Yeah, but the
brand.
creative, I really love the thought process. Sometimes reverse engineering, but that's okay.
I'd rather the money side.
Of the artist.
Give
thing.
me a financial.
But
Sydney Digital Marketing, just in case anybody
okay,
wants
that's fine.
Shout out.
But so my question now is, what do you do? Like,
What do I
what
do?
does Yenom
Yeah.
do?
Okay.
What are your services? What are your products?
So,
What do you
sure. We've got a profit for purpose arm because I need money in order to change the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got a not-for-profit arm, which is the Yenom Foundation. Through Yenom, I actually provide a workplace financial wellbeing program. So, and we focus on the big guys, like the 500 employees plus. And we go to them and say, you realise 49% of your workplace is financially illiterate. Last year in America, that cost $250 billion in lost productivity. And
Wow.
that comes down to people being stressed due to their financial situation. So they're on leave or they're not focused on their role. They're simply not well enough to do what they need to be doing within your organisation. They're vulnerable to dishonest behaviour. They're vulnerable to dodgy products and services outside the workplace. And more than likely, they're working a second job or a side hustle on your time.
Yeah.
Right, so
True.
there are huge impacts there. But the other thing is, from an employee perspective, your employees cannot thrive. It's my belief they cannot thrive if they can't pay their bills, set some
Agreed.
goals and get ahead. You want an empowered, productive, positive employee. And that starts with their personal life. You have an employee wellbeing program that focuses on mental health or workplace health and safety if they break a leg. Let's get their money sorted out. Let's
Okay.
get them back on track.
And so your client, the one that pays, is
Yeah.
the actual company,
The
employer.
So it factors into, so we've got online education, we've got face-to-face workshops. We embed the training in the organisation through Certified Train the Trainer program. We provide financial counselling for anybody who's completely in the hole and needs to talk to somebody. And then we provide daily community-based habitual changes. So peer-to-peer education, support, etc. A percentage of all of that goes into the Yenom Foundation. So if somebody who is not employed by one of those big organisations come to me and says, I'm in a mess, what do I do? We're like, hey, we have a scholarship for you and it's been funded by this company.
That's great.
Come and enrol yourself in the program.
And how long has Yenom been around?
About 2 years now.
Okay.
So we're relatively new.
And how's it going?
It's good, actually. Well, we've been commenting on this festival, right?
Yes, we had a little conversation beforehand.
Surrounding yourself with people with a passion. People who want to get up every day, they
Yeah.
want to change the world, they want to make a difference. It's perfect, actually. I love it.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
This place is magic.
It's amazing.
You walk outside and the feelings are, all there. I will say this, in my 20s, I was definitely not great with money, but I'm much better in my 30s.
And you've just had to teach yourself, right?
Yes,
because it's not
I'm
taught.
all self-taught.
Yeah.
I moved out of home quite early on, and I've always had 2-3 jobs.
Right.
So from 15, I was in charge of my own money,
Right.
and it's not taught anywhere, especially schools. You would think that they would do more in schools.
There is more being done now, but certainly when we were at school, there was nothing. And if you don't have parents that actively budget and teach you, you don't learn that either.
As a parent, trying to teach my daughter that because she loves to spend money.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other thing about Yenom is that we are completely independent. We don't sell anything. We don't recommend anything. We are purely education.
Okay.
So we're not going to come to you and say, hey, I think you need this X bank account or I think you need this X life insurance policy. We just don't do it. We are there for the end user. So
right. How many people do you have working for you?
we've got about 5 at the moment.
Cool. Cool. 2 years. Good.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
We're doing it. We're doing
So
it.
what's one
Just how to change the
financial
world.
myth that you would love to bust? Or one myth in the
That you can't
around the
spend
money
money?
thing?
No, interest-free loans. Don't start me. And can I
Can't
do?
believe they're still allowed to
Can
call
I?
them interest-free.
I know.
Are they? They're not interest-free
Yeah,
at all.
no,
I don't
No,
like
they are
it.
absolutely not interest-free. And honestly, financial literacy is not about your academic education level either, because I've been in stand-up arguments with people with a PhD in engineering about how an interest-free loan is not interest-free, right? So I don't blame people for falling into that one. But the other one that I really hate and I advocate a lot against is debt consolidation schemes. Because in Australia, if you go to one of those debt consolidation schemes, it's not a debt consolidation scheme. It's a Part 8 or 10 bankruptcy agreement, and they never warn you about that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of yapping that I do around those issues.
I've just lost my computer. But that's recording.
Well, let's hope we got a backup.
Yes. No, it's good. Yeah, I agree. It's actually so aggressive, the market in that space, right?
It's like stalking the vulnerable.
Yeah.
I just learned how to invest.
Yeah.
And I'm using an app. Like, I'm not an investor, but
because nobody teaches you
nobody
that either,
teaches
right?
you that.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's next for Yenom? What's the future like?
So further on that, we're just looking for more business at the moment.
Okay.
So we're rolling. We want to get to 10,000 Australians if we can, whether it's through the workplace or individually. We want to make that impact at the bottom line with people. The one big thing that's burning on my mind at the moment, though, is the rise of the Finfluencer, which is people
Finfluencer.
TikTok.
Oh, financial
TikTok.
influencers on TikTok.
Yeah.
I have heard of
Or
this. They
social
don't come up
media.
on my algorithm. Mine's fashion and makeup,
don't
as
see
I
them
said,
enough.
and cooking.
Look, they're on mine because it's all I do, right?
Yeah, I come across a few.
And some of them are really good, some of them are really dangerous. So what Yenom is going to do is put together a Finfluencer accreditation program.
Standards.
So standards. So if you do want to be a Finfluencer, great, go for it. But you need to do this certified training course, and you need to promise that you're not going to sell anything dodgy.
So they're not
that's
required
cool.
No.
under the Financial
No, they-
Service Act or whatever it's called?
No, anybody can I could stand up there tomorrow and go, hey, I'm an expert, listen to me.
Because they couldn't do it
They
on TV,
could.
right?
But I mean, it's
Yeah,
the
they
same.
can.
They can on TV?
Yeah. Because they're not calling themselves advisors.
Financial advisors, yes.
They're Finfluencers, which is
Oh, yeah, but that's just
unregulated at the
semantics,
moment.
The government should judge. The government's always behind. The law is always behind, right?
But people who don't know the semantics are vulnerable to
Yeah,
that,
of course.
to the terminology.
Yeah, of course.
So look, a Finfluencer accreditation program, I think, is
Cool.
next off the list because we just need to make sure that the information that's getting out there is accurate and not harmful.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. But so are you working also with government levels to make that happen, or is it just an industry self?
It's an industry self at this point. I mean, we do have the support of certain government agencies, and I will absolutely be making them aware of
Yeah.
what I'm doing and asking if they'd like to be involved, but I'm not relying on them.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm obviously, it's not something that I'm going to involve any banks or financial institutions in because we're independent.
Yeah.
So I suppose I could guess what the answer is, but if you had a magic wand, then you could wave it and change something out
Influencers
there.
gone.
What would you do?
The dodgy debt peddlers,
Yeah.
like the interest-free loans, the payday loans.
Oh my God. Yes,
Yeah.
there's a massive rise in that with the cost
Yeah.
of living crisis.
Yes, there is.
Huge.
And people using credit cards to buy groceries, They're not splurging
Because
on,
they've got the
It's just-
points and all the sort of things, and then you gets out of hand, right?
or they just don't have the money to buy
Yeah,
groceries.
all that.
don't,
Yeah,
you know,
fair enough.
and then can't pay it off. But definitely the payday loans, those dodgy interest-free loans, the rent-to-buy schemes, which is, I'm not talking about those rent-to-buy build schemes because they are generally authentic. But if you see a piece of paper on a telephone pole saying want to rent to buy this house and it's got rip-off pieces of paper
Please
on
don't
it,
rip that piece of paper
don't do that.
off. Yeah.
Don't do
The
that.
problem is that when people are desperate,
Desperate
they go
times,
to the-
desperate measures.
That's right.
Absolutely. And actually, you know, you can edit this out. But just a story on that. I did see a person posting in the local Facebook group asking about one of those flyers, you know, we're desperate for housing. What are your thoughts on this? And I said, for God's sake, don't do it. It's a scam. It will
Yeah.
cost you everything. You can't get out of that. Please call me if you need
Yeah.
any help. And then there were like 15 comments under me saying, don't do it. My parents lost everything. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
We definitely will not be editing this out because
Yeah,
it's good
this is
advice.
good.
But
advice.
there's 2 comments at the bottom of that thread that say, who can I contact to get more information about this?
About
About
About the
that
rent to
house.
buy scheme. Right, so that tells me that that person is desperate and needs housing and are vulnerable to the Dodgy brothers
Yeah.
with these financial
Dodgy
financial
brothers.
I love the
products.
Dodgy Brothers.
Yeah, the
That's a
Dodgy
good-
Brothers.
The Dodgy Brothers.
So that's what I would eliminate, the
Yeah,
Dodgy
right.
brothers.
Okay.
There we go.
So before we wrap up and ask you the last question, we've been asking this question to a few of our guests. If your enterprise was a dish on a menu, what would it be?
Because we are foodies, right?
Oh, always.
And I'm hungry.
and I'm starving.
Yes, me too, and I'm going for Italian tonight. It would be pasta aglio olio with some chili and maybe a prawn or two,
Okay.
because it's just, to me, that's the taste of Italy, you know. It's
Okay.
simple, it's authentic, it's tasty, and
And
goes,
that's what you feel your business is like.
Yeah,
Like it's authentic.
authentic.
It's
Is that-
simple but authentic.
Is that
it's very
the?
basic.
That's the chili and oil.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just
Garlic and
oil.
Garlic and
Garlic,
oil.
oil and
Garlic,
chili.
oil and chili. I think
Yeah.
I've had it.
Yeah.
You made it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nice.
very, very good for a quick meal at night too, when there's
yeah.
nothing in the cupboard.
That's what you normally
Yeah.
when you're sort of a young person in Italy, it's like the after the coming back from a club or from going out,
so
like
that's
a
the-
2 o'clock
'Cause
in
it's
the morning.
quick.
2 o'clock in
is
the
that
morning type of thing. The kebab.
That's the kebab.
It's the
That's
kebab
the
of
kebab.
Italy.
See, that's what a bogan I am. I like the most basic Italian dish, right?
I love it. It's tasty, but
Yeah,
bit of
it's
parmesan cheese.
Bit of, the really good parmesan.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
It's not even called parmesan cheese. I don't know what.
Yeah,
And
we
a
actually
nice- Oh.
don't put parmesan on our yo-yo like the original, but you can do whatever you want.
I'm a
If
bogan.
you're
so
hung-
I
if you're-
I'm agnostic with what
If you've
people do
come
with
home
food.
from a club at 2 a.m., you add that
Anything
cheese.
is justified.
Yeah.
I'm a bogan. I think I can get away with it. That and a good glass of wine, and it's what I plan to have for dinner tonight.
So do you
Yeah.
put pineapple on pizza?
No.
Okay.
Good girl.
I put
happy with
banana,
that.
bacon, and chili, which is probably even
On pizza?
worse. Yeah.
Banana bacon. Well, Andrea calls me a bogan, so I'm really happy to meet you.
Yeah. From one bogan
Big
to
fan.
another.
One bogan to another. Big fan. Big fan.
One last question. What's one thing that we haven't spoken about, if we haven't spoken about something, that you really want to
Get across.
people to hear?
I just want to say no shame. You call me. You can't tell me a story I haven't heard 10 times before. You can't have done anything stupid with money that I haven't personally done myself. Judgment-free zone.
Should be with money.
Yeah, and also everybody can do it. I know it feels overwhelming and then you'll never get out from under it, but we can do it, and we'll just take baby steps.
Nice.
I've
One at a
noticed
time.
people talking about money more
Yes.
now.
Yes.
I don't think it was ever really and I think probably why I didn't get it in school or anything is nobody talks about money.
There's a lot of shame around money.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people tend to think everybody else is doing so well and I'm not. Everybody else is much better than this that I am. I don't know how they do it, kind of thing. And a couple of conversations, you can change a person's life in a couple of hours with some of this financial education.
Yeah.
And a lot of it can just be making them aware that they're at the same level as everybody else.
Very good. And how do people find you?
They find us at yenom.co. So Yenom.
.co. C-O.
CO,
Yeah?
yeah, we got the English version
We will
of that.
put it in the show notes, so we've
Okay.
got
Yeah.
those records. But just
And
wanted
do you have
to...
LinkedIn?
I do. So Amanda di Medici on LinkedIn or Yenom on LinkedIn.
Fantastic.
Both there.
Perfect.
Amanda, thank
Thanks,
you very
guys.
much for being our guest.
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed it.
Enjoy
We've
your
learned-
Italian dinner.
We've learned a few things.
With wine.
Including
Maracule.
your
gonna
food
be
taste.
Exactly.
And enjoy the rest of the festival.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.